In a world where chaos reigns and noise never ceases, the greatest victory is not over others, but over yourself. Picture this: storms rage, expectations press down like heavy clouds, and voices, both inner and outer, compete to control your mind. And yet, in the eye of the storm, there can be stillness. Not because the world becomes quiet, but because you have learned to be. This is the way of the Stoic. Not a life without hardship, but a life of unshakable clarity. A life where the soul becomes the fortress. Principle 1. Purpose over noise. A ship without a rudder is at the mercy of the waves. So too is a life without purpose. Your purpose is not your job, nor your status. It is a truth forged in fire, discovered only through solitude, suffering, and silence. It's what you return to when all else falls away. Ask yourself, not what do I want, but what do I stand for? When the applause fades, when criticism rises, when you are stripped of your roles, what remains? Purpose is clarity in a fog of confusion. It is the still point that turns chaos into order. And it is not stumbled upon. It is built with reflection, repetition, and relentless honesty. Each difficulty you face is a chisel, carving away what you are not. What remains is your purpose. Principle 2. Rule the inner world. The battlefield is not out there. It is within. You do not choose what happens, but you choose how to meet it. Fear, anger, jealousy. These are not invaders. They are habits, and you can change them. To rule your inner world is to master the art of pause. Between stimulus and response, there is space. In that space is your power to choose. In that choice lies your growth. Build this space. Protect it like sacred ground. Practice silence, not just of the lips, but of the ego. Breathe, observe, act deliberately. You cannot be free while your mind is a slave. Principle 3. The offense is not yours. They may insult, they may mock, but they can only hurt you with your permission. To be offended is a hand over your peace. Reclaim it. Every insult is a test. Will you react or will you respond? The former belongs to the world, the latter to wisdom. You are not obligated to internalize the words of the foolish. Let them speak. You remain still. You remain sovereign. Principle 4. Transform pain into fire. There is no great soul without great sorrow. Pain is the price of transformation. Don't ask why it hurts. Ask what it's carving. What is the lesson? What is being born in you? Fear becomes courage when faced. Shame becomes humility when understood. Grief becomes love when embraced. Pain is not a punishment. It is a forge. And you are being made anew. Principle 5. Prepare before the battle. The Stoic does not hope, he prepares. Premeditatio malorum, the meditation on misfortune, is not pessimism, it is training. Visualize the setback, the betrayal, the loss. Rehearse your calm. Anticipate your courage. When you have seen the worst in your mind, the reality can no longer break you. You are not surprised. You are steady. Like a soldier who sharpens his sword before dawn, you walk into life ready. Principle 6. The obstacle is the instructor. What you call a problem, the Stoic calls a path. Nothing is in the way. Everything is the way. That difficult person, a lesson in patience. That failure, a lesson in resilience. That rejection, a lesson in self-worth. Obstacles refine us. They strip away illusion. They show us who we are and what we still must become. Embrace the friction. It polishes the soul. Principle 7. Master restraint. Anyone can react. Few can restrain. True strength is not loud. It is quiet, composed, deliberate. It is the ability to pause when provoked, to stay silent when ego wants to roar. Restraint is not weakness, it is wisdom. The wisdom to know that every action leaves a mark on others and on yourself. Practice restraint not just in speech, but in judgment, in indulgence, in blame. Restraint creates space for clarity, for peace, for grace. Principle 8. Acceptance without surrender. What is. Acceptance is not giving up. It is waking up. To resist reality is to exhaust yourself. To align with it is to empower yourself. You do not control the tide, but you can learn to swim. Acceptance is the gateway to effective action. Only when you stop denying what is, can you start building what can be. Principle 9. Live according to nature. You are not separate from nature. You are part of it. A leaf does not envy the mountain. It fulfills its role in harmony. To live according to nature is to live simply, truthfully, with virtue. It means aligning your actions with your higher self, not chasing pleasure, not avoiding pain, but choosing what is right, even when it is hard. Practice justice, courage, temperance, and wisdom. These are not moral decorations. They are the foundations of power. And in a world gone mad with noise, simplicity is rebellion. Principle 10. Inner strength is your empire. All external things can be taken. All titles can fade. But inner strength, that is yours. When your sense of worth is no longer tied to outcomes, you become unshakable. You walk into the world not to be validated, but to express who you are. This is the soul of Stoicism, not retreat from life, but a courageous charge into its depths, with eyes open and heart calm. Closing meditation. So I ask you, when the storm comes, and it will you be the leaf tossed and torn? Or will you be the mountain, unmoved and rising? You now know the principles. You now carry the torch. Stand, walk, speak, act. Not as the world demands, but as your highest self commands. This is not just philosophy. This is how a warrior lives. This is how a soul awakens. This is how you begin. Let the world swirl. Let the winds scream. And yet, in the center of it all, you remain still.